Hello and welcome to another 10-minute Marvel, not 10-minute Marvel, Malts and Meeples video. I'm Petter, and yes, I'm hiding behind some boxes here. This is 7th Continent and 7th Citadel. 7th Citadel just came in from Kickstarter, and I decided when that came in, you know what, I kind of wanted to get 7th Continent back as well. 7th Continent is an exploration game where you're trying to figure out and break some curses. So I picked these up used on eBay. This is base 7th Continent plus the What's Up Must Come Down expansion. So I am excited, excited for both of these. Plus then off to the side, we have the game that you're probably here to see unboxed. 7th Citadel. 7th Citadel. These are from Serious Pulp Games. And let's just say, it's been a bit of a wait for the games to come in. Or for 7th Citadel to come in, and I'm okay with that because I'm excited to get that game to the table. Which reminds me, I should grab my trusty knife. Set it up there so it's out of the way. And I want to play 7th Citadel next on Malts and Meeples. I've considered a number of different games. I have 7th Citadel, I have Agamonia, I have Nova 8th Renaissance. I have this little guy, Buttons and Bugs, Gloomhaven. I have, what else? Just had Set a Watch come in. That one might be a Monday stream. But let's start to open this up, and I will say I have glanced in this one. You have your nice player pieces. You have some little thank you for supporting us. And talking about how some of the cards didn't actually come quite in the right size here, but they did fix that, I know. Let's just look what we have in here. We have our additional rules. The rule book itself actually is pretty solid. So it's one that I want to go through. We have some cardboard blockers here. The person who sent this to me, don't know who anymore, could find who they are. But here we have some tiny figures. These are the different characters you can play, or monsters you might run into. And then, look at this. Cling film wrapped beautifully around them. Slightly hesitant to take it off. But I need to at some point. So I drop those in. These here, I wasn't sure how much content he had, but second edition upgrade pack stuff here. I think he has some expansion, or they had some expansions in here. I'm going to carefully put some of this back in. I do want to open up these. You know what? I'm actually going to leave these nice little cardboard bits in here, because that does help hold stuff up. And I want to find, doesn't look like that section. There's a section I want to see what I can find here. Just show a little bit of how the game works. It must be on this side here. Maybe. Nope. Somewhere in here. But I thought towards the front here. Yeah. Here's an example of like just what a random location might look like and the amount of detail where you can access this from, certain rules for movement. I guess that might be something specific there. Challenge you can do there. There can even be hidden numbers and things like that on here. I'm not going to show off more because more equals spoilers. Yes, yeah, it is just a wee bit of game to get at once. Like I was saying, I did buy the 7th Continent stuff off of eBay after watching and reminding myself why I was so interested in it in the first place. But that's the first box of it. And I've seen this box before because I actually had this one in my collection for a little bit. Yeah, it was packed ridiculously well. I pulled out bubble wrap that was keeping everything in place as well. Or, yeah, bubble wrap, air pack stuff. It was phenomenal. Slide this over. But I haven't seen inside this one. So, you might be like, okay, what is this? Like this looks like it was a Kickstarter all-in that I bought. Because you have your little book for items that you found, cards you have in hand, some assembly required, life holder, discard pile. I got no clue what all of this is for. Quest cards. Action deck, it says over here. On this one, does this one. This one just says discard pile. Some more minis. Some less minis. Looks like there's a worm from Trimmers. Some bases so that you can fly. Standees. Need to adjust this to lay all of that back in nicely. Let's see what's in there. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. These dice are, I'm guessing maybe resin? I don't know what they're made out of. Oh yeah, this looks like somebody went all in on the second Kickstarter. Got a little hot air balloon. blimp. Looks like a base stand for something. Hot air balloon? I don't know. And then, of course, more cards and more cards. I'm not even going to take the cling wrap that they put on it off of there because I don't want to mess with it. And I mainly just opened this up because I wanted to see what was in there, and I'm real glad about this. This was like nice. I'm glad to hear, sorry, that was me reading the message. I'm glad to hear that you've actually played this one, Fatal. And yeah, this is one I want to get to the table, but this is the one that is actually going to get there first. So in here, I was a little bit annoyed when I did this. So I have the different Citadel maps, buildings, actions, community. I was annoyed because I couldn't remember when the campaign had been running to when it had its pledge manager, what I had added additional funds for. I should have just added more additional funds to cover what I wanted, but I couldn't even remember like what I was looking at for sure. So I apparently got extra of those sheets. I have some card sleeves. Don't ask me why. I think I went with card sleeves because I thought, okay, I want to sleeve the cards that I'm playing with. And yeah, Fatal, I'm with you. This seventh continent I'm excited for. I want to try, but 7th Citadel with a bit more story to it, a bit more of a narrative experience. That's more my style. I think the other one has emerging story, but this one has a little bit more baked in. And yeah, I haven't paid attention to updates in ages. We have a little thank you and descriptions for the narrative here. Sorry. And 250,000 words. Bookmark. Have the rule book. Looks very similar in style to the original one. There's a good amount of information, but so many images in there. And it talks about the community page, threat booklet, bookmarks, side quests, saving and returning, table of contents, glossary with page numbers, easy to forget rules, icons. I like the rule book quite well. Here, pretty sure this is going to be a map again of the 7th Citadel area. But the cool thing about this map, and you can kind of see it, is you can sleeve cards into here. So there might be something that says, hey, you can go here for an adventure, here for an adventure. You can start to fill in some of that. It does not lay super flat, but overall, cool. All sorts of things so that you can find here. There's the tooth peak, dry throat inn of the red spiggy, the perch, Fort Shade, Calmwood, all sorts of different locations on here. Then I mentioned I grabbed more of these. I don't know why I needed more. That was a dumb add-on. I'm not going to really show this off, but lots of words. Lots of words. And then we have a new beginning. This will be the first thing that I play. This is kind of just your introductory scenario. We might read through a little bit of this tonight, but I love the artwork on this. And then we have our different threats we can use. Drums of Desolation, or Datacom's Awakening, and those are going to have their own additional things you can deal with. What they have, don't know. Then pop over here, see what's in here. They're taped. It's like, oh, what's in here? Should check this. It's not opening. So, things to see in here. This guy is a magnifying glass to get a closer look at the sheets. Like I said with the other one, you may want to take a closer look because, well, there might be hidden numbers on them. Drop that in there. We have our dice and stands. Not sure what those stands are for. We have different characters and character poses. You can kind of see there. And then this nice counter is going to be used for your health. So depending on which character you're playing, Standy, you have number of characters is going to change how much health you have. We have that. Not to self, that was a poor plan. Just trying to get the last bit of tape off there. Yeah, these guys, the magnifying glass is surprisingly good. So that fits back in here. Theoretically. Over here, we have the various dividers. We have characters, save, character skills, advanced skills, reflex, past, vanished, quest, different numerical sections, numbers, everything to make it easier to find the cards that you're looking for. We also have standees, in case we want to use those instead of the minis. I'm going to be using the minis. On the Edge of Peril. This expansion contains 2 dividers and 30 cards to spice up your adventure. It cannot be played without the base game. Shockingly. Shockingly, this cannot be played without the base game. But I'm going to leave that closed. And honestly, this game isn't going to take too long to unbox. I'm just show the back of one of these. You have your numbers on front. Makes it real easy to sort. Over here, some maps. Yeah, there was only one extra one offered. The Final Throne, yep. That one, I may try and hunt that down, see how much that one costs, just to have everything for it. I think there were a few other little monster packs or stuff like that in there. Don't know what that is. But the big threat is the most interesting to me. You have your different number sets of those. And honestly, it's not that exciting to look in here. I did say I was going to maybe set some stuff up. I'm not going to do that right now. Go through that first thing because I need to get the cards sorted first and make sure I know what I'm doing with that. Upside of getting those extra sheets is that now they all fit beautifully in there. And that was a fast unboxing. Kind of looking around here, thinking, is there anything else? There's one last thing. Let's open up. Let's open up this little thing that I hinted at here. Yeah, yep, there was a little expansion in there. Here we have the tiny solo Gloomhaven. It is, yeah, only solo, 20 minutes per scenario, buttons and bugs. I did get it. Gloomhaven, that system and setup, I'm probably going to get every game for that. I'm not going to get Founders of Gloomhaven. I've heard nothing good about that. And it's not my type of game in the first place. But this one being a Gloomhaven style Gloomhaven game, you know, probably what you'd want. I don't know that there's unlockable. So this right here is the real annoying thing. This is not the full rulebook. These 36 tiny pages are enough to get you started, to get you into the first scenario and playing that. We have some cubes. You have 6 playable characters that are all tiny. One, two, boss. I'm guessing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing those are enemy. This one's yours, probably. Tiny little die. Maybe instead of card draw. It is not just Gloomhaven. Though, we do have Gloomhaven style tokens here. We have some boards for the minis, different monsters. We have different actions, it looks like. A and B side actions, maybe for the different characters. At least some of them. I mean, that's 4 of the 6 different colors right there. You have then enemies. Looks like a decent stack of those. Different movement. Looks like they activate on 3 different speeds, and that's going to determine how fast they move. Different levels of management. So easy or very easy is going to give you, I guess, a modifier deck. Easy, hard, very hard. I wonder if this is monster modifiers. Your modifier deck as you go up in level. Let me turn these towards me. I don't know, my brain is like, oh yeah, face them towards the camera. So I'm assuming you're moving maybe one of these pieces around in a specific way to cause it to go. Here we have some more enemy or character cards. They are split into 2. So you're still doing a top and bottom action. So that much is still the same, but then you also have the B side. And will this open nicely or not? Okay, I found the edge. I don't know if it's Gloomholden. I think it's different, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's see if that did the trick. Can I peel it? I cannot. Thanks so much. There we go. I appreciate the tight wrap on it, but it's ridiculous. So you do have the Craig Heart. Discard lost active items. Different ability. Yeah, I'm assuming that it's slightly different. You have the scenario deck here. And then I believe you're just fighting on these little scenarios. Various different maps, little bits of story, leveling up. So you go and you have the final showdown over here, and then an icon reference card. This is tiny. Very, very tiny. And it's supposed to be, from what I've heard, more of a puzzle experience, which I'm not sure if that's what Gloomholden was. I never really looked into that one too much. You know what? Let's drop in that and that. My goodness. How do you feel like you're jammed in there? Place that on top. But now, tiny solo Gloomhaven plays in 20 minutes. So bonus unboxing there. And I think I'm going to plan, I'll pop back up here. I think I'm going to plan on clearing off the table. I still have Isofarian Guard on the table from November, last time I played it. I'm going to clear that off so I can put out 7th Citadel, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get through a full section in a night. I know that you can save it, but I'd much prefer to just leave it set up and not have to tear down, pick stuff up in between each time. So my plan is to then play through this on Wednesdays. So join me on Wednesdays. Let's do another unboxing here. I've already unboxed this, not on stream. I'll do that in a second. But I'm going to play through 7th Citadel and then consider what to do after that. But here we have the Awakened Realms Vault, AR Vault, Story Dice. These are Opalescent Weirdness set of dice. And so first I'm going to play through the introductory scenario and then continue from there. But let's look at some pretty looking dice. Nice little twirls in them. They are just plastic, which them being sharp edges is a little bit odd. Not rounded. Pull out the D4 and demonstrate why the TSA should not allow you to have this on an airplane. Very pretty though. I like it's hard to see necessarily, but just like the swirls in there. It does a good job of giving that weirdness vibe to it. And they're definitely bigger than normal sized dice. Normally they don't fit in my hand, palm of my hand quite like that. Especially, like, you can really tell with that D6. That is a big D6. A lot of fun. I'm going to bust them out for D&D tomorrow. See if they're good luck. I'm the DM, so I can always lie and say, hey, that's my 4th natural 20 in a row. I can't believe how good these dice are. But this was the coolest set for me from their crowdfunding, so I'm excited to get it to the table. But with that, let me know your thoughts. If you've started to play 7th Citadel, and I really should have looked at the characters, but I'll be creating 2 characters for it to play, so come join me on Wednesdays as I'm going to start playing the 7th Citadel. And then Mondays, this upcoming Monday, I do plan to stream. There's a chance that I'll play a scenario or 2 of this one, as long as I've spent and had a chance to figure it out. This weekend could be a little bit busy, tricky for that, in which case it might be more Balatro or more Star Wars Unlimited. There's a chance I might have another booster box by then, and if I do, I might just open up some cards. But if you enjoyed this content, please leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on these games. If they look interesting, good to you. And give the video a thumbs up. If you want to know when I go live, generally 8 p.m. Central on Wednesdays, and then every other Monday. And when on every other Monday, it varies. The best way to know is just to subscribe and click that notification bell. If you want to check out other content that I have, I write regularly over on nerdologists.com, a website that I run. The link for that is down below. That's all about board games, nerdy things. I'm going to be reworking a little bit of my focus for it, but I'll be talking about that in the days to come over there. And if you enjoy Marvel. I always have to plug this as well, since I do have a podcast called 10 Minute Marvel. You can find that wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcasts from. But with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bottoms up.